Hello, it is day 27 of Poemvember 2022, where we're writing one poem a day this month and experiencing the pleasure of doing so. Today's poet inspirer is Bethany Price, who is an incredible writer and also the person who required me to call myself a writer when I was younger, and to which I am grateful, for which I am grateful. Today we'll be reading the poem called Mistaking Embalming Fluid for Perfume, left margin text found on a bundle of tiny notes, which is from her first book, Terror, from Vegetarian Alcoholic Press, which is one of their first books, I believe. Maybe not their first books, but the first few books of Vegetarian Alcoholic Press's collection of really, really engaging books. Most of them too, they feel like fresh and experimental in that like they feel like singular voices. So I really love that press. And there's a link in the description on how to order her book Terror, as well as check out the rest of their catalog. So I'm going to jump in and read the poem, and we'll experience the 3 prompts I wrote inspired by it. Mistaking embalming fluid for perfume, left margin text found on a bundle of tiny notes. Hail Mary, if I had been there, I would have cut the cord for you. What did he know? To sever the monarch head of an old story and made babies with you because I liked your curved back. The Holy Spirit is really pissed off and is coming to, clad in oak tree to preach and hammer my head back into the graveyard near the monument where my friend is buried. I'm worried about him despite his being dead. The church near you. Playing priest, she is not playing. Are you sure? Can I make her bookmarks to use in shadow play? I'll tell her she smells like junipers to brighten the day. Dorothy Day, fill the souls. How can you be a Catholic? How can you be so pretty with that smeared book sighing out of your pelvis? I made scrolls with you because I like your running teeth. The church beneath, the church thinks with love and can hear it. Can feel it, can feel it. Can you feel it? I can't get hungry. My foundation perfects, but my stomach won't get clean, won't get pastor clean. Please, pastor, get me clean. Don't lose heart. We were made for times. Don't lose heart. We were made for these times. We've been training to meet here. We are the leaders. We are meat eaters. We need 5 liters of Holy Spirit, fire to rain rebellion. I am kept. Will you let me free? Save my sisters and my brothers. I learned to read. You take every book away. Have been waiting for. We are fully so visioned and can signal each other. You are not without resources and you are not alone. There are millions of boats out there with you. We have been in training. For these dark times, we have been left for dead. We have perfected the act of resurrection. No matter how many times we come back, Notre Dame Library, that supernatural wood etched into flesh, and the browser who never made it out. The stacks ate her up, and now her family tells me she was building volumes of empty shelves to yawn at her while she dreamt. My aunt said, because you can read someday, you will lead them. Stillborn baby bishop, that's not Catholic. That's not bishop. That's not a witch in your bed parting the Red Sea of your body. Why did you kill it? Laughter is a form of prayer. I will be on my knees all my life. Okay, prompt number 1 is to take a piece of found language, which could be anything that you come upon or you seek out. So it could be an advertisement, a passage from the Bible, a political speech, or possibly an email newsletter from a person or company you do not connect with. It could also be a piece of creative writing that is written, but you don't necessarily know who wrote it. So interpret what found language means to you the most. And then the prompt is to add footnotes of dissent or critique. Prompt number 2 is to take a piece of found language that feels especially grounded in the tangible world and add footnotes that mythologize the context, or add mysterious elements to complicate the reality that is expressed in the found language. Prompt number 3 is to write a poem with 2 different voices. So the first voice cannot hear the second voice. The second voice can hear the first voice. What I'd like you to do for this prompt is have the first voice speak on what they believe this line from Bethany Price's poem means to them. And the line is, "We were made for these times." Then have the second voice pull apart the first voice's ideas with vivid and searing imagery. I encourage you to use rhetorical questions to tear apart the logic of the first voice's arguments or ideas. It may support your writing to consider how the 2 golems in The Lord of the Rings speak. Yeah, that's all the prompts. There's more information about Bethany Price in the description below. And tomorrow's Poet Inspirer is Iris Jamal Dunkel. And I am KP Kajwowski, a poet, filmmaker, and theater maker, currently living in Spokane, Washington. My dog is behind me. He looks bored with me speaking, and that's fine. He can think this is boring, but it's not. What else? If you want to join our Discord group, message me and I'll give you the link to that. We share poems and put fun emojis on each other's work. And sometimes if we're feeling up to it, we can give encouraging comments to each other as well. So do not be shy. Reach out about that and I'll give you the link. And I hope you have the best day you could ever have.